The holidays are a time to feel and create joy. And what could be more joyous than the look on her face as she unwraps a stunning new jewelry piece from Blue Nile? How about getting 50% off your purchase? Blue Nile offers premium quality, priced below traditional retail. Their online experts are available 24/7 to answer any questions and make sure you've picked the perfect gift. For a limited time, you can get 50% off at BlueNile.com. That's 50% off at BlueNile.com.
Introducing Carvana Value Tracker, where you can track your car's value over time and learn what's driving it. It might make you excited.
Whoa, didn't know my car was valued this high.
It might make you nervous.
Uh-oh, market's flooded. My car's value just dipped 2.3%.
It might make you optimistic.
Our low mileage is paying off. Our value's up.
And it might make you realistic.
Car prices haven't gone up in a couple weeks. Maybe it's time to sell.
But it will definitely make you an expert on your car's value. Carvana Value Tracker. Visit Carvana.com to start tracking your car's value today.
Tired of ads crashing your comedy podcast party? Good news. Ad-free listening on Amazon Music is included with your Prime membership. Just head to amazon.com/ad-free comedy to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads. Enjoy thousands of Acast shows ad-free for Prime subscribers. Some shows may have ads.
Welcome, fiends, to the truly terrifying, gruesomely gory Roll Britannia Halloween special. Join me, the evil overlord dungeon master James, as we're about to set sail for the horrors that lay before us. So, before we meet our doom, let's get a few messages and a few shout-outs away, and then we'll go straight into it, and we'll go all the way through to the end of the podcast. Okay, ready? So, first of all, thank you very much for joining us for our very first ever special. We always like to have some personal messages, or should I say in this case, screams from beyond the grave, to add some of those to our special listeners out there. So, we thought that this week, as it's a special episode, we should give a special mention to some of our special people behind the scenes here at Roll Britannia, without our better halves, who put up with our weekly piratical nonsense. We really wouldn't be as far along as we are now. So, an enormous thank you to Sophie H, Sophie G, Laura and Jess for all your creative genius and your social media promotion campaigns, your voice talents, and for being a soundboard to practice our character voices too. Don't forget, shipmates, to make sure that you keep sharing our adventures and telling your fellow friends about our ghoulish piratical nonsense that goes on here at Roll Britannia. Keep mashing that subscribe button, or something may compel you to whisper Derek 3 times into the mirror, and you won't want him appearing in your bedroom. Maybe you won't. I don't know. But that's quite enough from me for this week, mere mortals. It's time for you to look over your shoulders, accept your grisly fate, and prepare to meet your doom.
Boo! Ha ha ha! I be checking you be still listening to me. For one night a year, on this very eve, there be monsters and ghouls that you never believe. Board the Tel Dath, we were fellows on that creepy night. And boy, were they in for one hell of a fright. We'll fill up your drinks, and let me tell you the scene of how our boys handled their first Halloween.
This is a very special Halloween edition of Roll Britannia. It's a very spooky episode of the podcast. So many spooky things are going to happen. This whole episode takes place in the 2 days that we have after the captain has sent you to your quarters saying you'll be ready at the location for your next adventure. So, are we ready to kick off, boys and girls and dwarfs and halflings and half-orcs and all those things?
Absolutely.
Gonna have a big cheer of spooky woo!
Woo! Ow! I assume there's going to be a werewolf at some point.
And I suppose
Can I have him as a pet?
Maybe I'm just barking up the wrong tree. Oh, terrible.
You've been on board Tel Dath now a few times, a few nights you've spent there, and this particular night you realise that time has got away from you a little bit, and you realise tonight is Halloween. Ooh. So, you hurriedly put together a costume for the Halloween party that's taking place at the disco. So, tell me about your costumes. What have we gone with? So, let's start with Keth.
Well, it was a little bit last minute. And I'm a big guy, so it's a little bit tight in places. In some places, it really rides up. So I am a magnificent witch. Atop my head, I have a fantastic black hat with a green band and a skull. I have a extraordinarily tight black corsety-type top with green highlights. And a long black dress with red and green fur leather boots. And my trusty broom and a wand.
You look beautiful.
It only looks slutty because it's tight. Because it's small.
I mean, it had to be a witch because you've got a broom, really.
and I'm already green, so I didn't need any makeup.
Ideal. Perfect. Okay, and next, I think we'll go to Malrus. Malrus, what is your costume?
So, a few episodes ago, I purchased the Cloak of Death. So...
You did?
I'm just going to pop my old hood up and turn into a zombie.
Because the Cloak of Death...
Easiest way of doing it.
Makes you look undead, apparently.
Yes, it does.
Zombie
Easy
Malrus.
costume. And very
so you just
realistic.
look like Malrus, but zombie version.
Yes, zombie Malrus.
I like it.
But not one of the dumb zombies, one of the really intelligent ones that are
the
quick.
scaring 28 Days Later ones. The ones that are like jumping up buildings and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
The good type of zombie.
Not Shaun of the Dead ones.
No.
I think you're more jumping off buildings, aren't you? You're falling off ships
Throwing
and things.
records.
Yeah.
He's like one of those child zombies in Minecraft. Tiny.
Amazing. Okay, and next, let's have a listen. What has Jeff decided to rustle up for this Halloween party then?
Well, Jeff decided to think back to earlier in his childhood. Cough, cough. And he likes his favourite books, and it's a very popular book series in this realm, known as Barry Trotter. It's about a young sorcerer who goes to school, of course, and so he's decided to dress up like Barry Trotter with the stereotypical thundercloud scar on his forehead. But it seemed to fit quite nicely. Jeff felt a lot of appreciation with a young sorcerer who randomly just gets given powers and then doesn't know what to do with them, but suddenly gets given this gift. And so, yeah, Barry Trotter.
Amazing. I love it. And finally, I think that makes it Derek. Derek, what's Derek dressed up as for Halloween then?
Derek, he finds people who wear fake beards as costumes kind of offensive because, how dare they and all of that. So no fake beard, but he's gone as he's got like a long sort of blonde brownish wig on and a little white dress with sort of blue plaid, like those those little girls from The Shining. But he's gone as one of them.
Oh, wow, okay.
One of the little girls from The Shining.
That is.
Come play with me.
As well.
Come play with me.
That is actually really terrifying.
Imagine walking around one of the late at night on the Tel Dath in a little alley and suddenly see that at the end.
Just stock still.
Don't forget,
I'm
you're
just
here
picturing
forever.
Derek in a gingham dress.
Yes, the gingham. That's the word I was looking for.
Right, okay, so you've all got your costumes and you head on down to the Halloween disco.
Karaoke, lads.
Disco, good.
There's the sound of thumping disco tunes, all with a Halloween theme. You've got...
I was walking in my lab late last night.
You've got Thriller, all the classics. And, you get yourselves a few drinks, you meet with a few crew members.
Jaegers!
Have a bit of a dance with anyone in particular.
I'm going to have a dance off with Ram Smasher. Half orc to another.
Nice.
Shimmying.
Nice. Gorgon Ram Smasher's come dressed as a mummy. He's wrapped himself in toilet roll, but otherwise he's wearing exactly the same clothes.
Don't think about much to that costume, Ram Smasher, but never mind.
At least we know where to go when we need some loo roll.
So you have a bit of a dance-off, and you see Captain Timbers is there, and he's dressed as a vampire. You see him there he's got some little fangs poking out, and he's brushed and combed his hair into a widow's peak, and he's got the old classic, the big collar and everything. He's full on vampired out. He looks full Count Dracula.
Oh, I was hoping that would happen.
And annoyingly enough, that our goose has come, and he's come as Count Duckula. So that's a bit of a clash.
And they're having a dance off as well.
No one challenging Timbers to a dance-off at the speed he moves. It's like Michael Flatley, the speed his feet his legs are flailing around.
And you notice in the corner, everyone's partying around, and you've all had a bit of a dance, and you all sort of gather for a bit of a drink and a bit of a cool off. Michael Flatleyed yourself away, and everyone's done the Thriller and the Time Warp and everything. You're all having a great time, but you feel you need a bit of a sit down, a bit of a breather, catch your breath, have a few beers, and you see in the corner there's a figure dressed as the Grim Reaper, and he has an ominous tome in front of him. So you guys make your way over and you sit down at the table.
Starflower, I love your costume.
And he's there with his scythe and his book. And he says, "Welcome."
Hi, mate. Nice to see you again.
It's a grand party, yes.
Yes.
Are you William Shakespeare?
Who is William Shakespeare?
A very good
just
friend
a
of ours.
Friend of ours. What do you want?
Wait, it's a great party. Do you want Jaeger? You having drinks tonight? You getting a bit of a party on, Boogie, and your nice get up, by the way. Bit over the top.
Thank you.
I like the commitment, though.
I'm fine for a Jaeger, thank you. I like brandy.
Is that scythe real? It looks amazing.
Yes.
I'm very impressed.
Thank you. You're a marvellous witch.
Well, thank you very much, Speed. My feet are killing me, but I look, well, fantastic.
You look magnificent.
In fairness, you didn't need the heels, to be honest, Keth. You're already quite tall, but it's a nice choice.
I have to duck through all the doorways now. I bash my head on the toilet every single time.
On the toilet?
The door to the toilet. I'm drunk. I've had loads of Jaegers. Thanks, Jeff. You do love a Jaeger.
I do. It's true. So, would you like one, my friend? No? Okay.
No, thank you.
Great costume, though.
I do have a proposition for you, though. As it's Halloween, how about I tell you a story?
Oh, it's Halloween, is it? That's a wonderful coincidence.
I have... It certainly is, yes. I have a special Halloween tale to tell. Would you like to hear it?
I don't know if it'll be the greatest tale ever told, but I'd love to hear a tale. I've asked you before, please, just tell us this tale. Come on.
Oh, God.
Tell us the tale, please.
Very well.
Come on, tell us
Gather
that.
round. And he opens this ominous tome in front of you, and he begins to tell you this tale of vampires and monsters, and you realise that it's just the tale of Dracula. But as he's telling you this story of how Van Helsing came to this town in Transylvania and fought off this mighty, mighty vampire to free the people, you feel yourselves becoming drowsy. And drowsier. And drowsier.
If you spike me again, Jeff, I'm gonna...
Can I roll a constitution check to see if I throw up on Jeff?
You're obsessed with throwing up.
You all descend into darkness of sleep and dreamland, and then you all awake. And you're in a tavern.
Not again.
And you're all around the same table, and Keth, you're a witch. And Malrus, you're a zombie. And Derek is a creepy small girl.
He is anyway.
Hello, sirs.
The voice hasn't changed as a podcast. It's just your look that's changed.
Hello, sirs. I'm trying. Hello, sirs.
Add a small girl.
It's just Derek in drag,
voice.
isn't it?
Oh, how did we end up here?
And Jeff, sorry, what were you dressed as?
Barry Trotter. Everyone knows him. Come on.
You are, in fact, the boy wizard Barry Trotter.
Yes.
Oh, I'm glad there's other children here.
Not sure about my classmate.
You know, I think that guy was real.
And you awake in this slightly dreary-looking tavern. Certainly not the Tel Dath.
What does the inn look like? Do we recognise any of the people?
Is Nancy there?
You don't recognise anyone?
Does it seem busy?
Roll perception, please.
That is a 21.
With a 21, yeah, you look around and you've never been to this tavern before, and it's strangely...
We're not in Derek's, the wizard's sleeve, are we?
No, we're not in the wizard's sleeve,
I never want to hear that sentence again. I never want to hear that again. I never want to be in Derek's wizard's sleeve.
You're not in my wizard's sleeve, are you?
It's a tavern you actually don't recognise at all, and as you look around, you see a couple of details that are very different to any taverns you've been in before. For one, there are bars on the windows. Sturdy iron bars. And across the fireplace. And you also see that this tavern that you're in has considerably more fretwork in it than any tavern you've been in before. It looks like a rogue wood carver has been let loose upon this place, and everything has intricate carved details everywhere.
Mr. Doodle, but for carving.
Yes, the people in the tavern look okay. They're sort of peasant types people, agricultural people. They all look a little bit dreary. No one's particularly upset, but just there's no real joy in the room. There's a sort of sense of people drinking for something to do, anything to do. And you notice in the corner there is...
we're in Weatherspoons. That's someone else who I've annoyed.
You are on the warpath at the moment, aren't you?
Other dreary bars are available.
This is your chance, listeners. If you have a dreary bar near you.
And you notice in the corner, with that perception roll, that there is a particularly drunken gentleman in a tall-ish hat with a very wide brim. And he looks very much like he is drinking with the hope of not seeing tomorrow. He looks like he's had quite a lot in him, and he looks like he continues to drink like it's going out of fashion.
Because he's wearing, fancy clothes. Is he, scruffed up, or is he...
He's not wearing necessarily fancy clothes. He's wearing impressive clothes, but not fancy like a nobleman would wear, but hard-wearing and decorative, but certainly clothes that serve a purpose, as it were, rather than just to dress you, but clothes that offer a certain amount of protection, a certain amount of prestige.
Okay, well, in that case, Keth is going to stand up, adjust his dress now, that seems to fit all of a sudden around Lady Keth, I guess, and then saunter over and speak to drunk Gandalf.
How fits Lady Keth? I could well get distracted if you get a good roll.
I don't know how I'm going to do a lady orc voice.
Yeah, I mean, roll to see how attractive you find Lady Keth.
Oh, me?
Oh, God. Oh, God.
I mean, it's all subjective, isn't it? So
that's true.
15.
15.
Perception.
True. Very
yeah.
true. It's
17.
in the eye of the beholder.
17.
Ooh, damn, girl.
You think she's pretty hot?
She's still 220
you think she's pretty hot as well.
And could bench you.
I got a 16.
I guess I best roll since everybody else has.
Oh, I'm going to have Derek flirting with me the entire episode, aren't I? Just A ferocious flirting.
Oh, hey,
with Keth.
baby, this is the where. I'm the who. Are you going to be the which?
Oh my goodness! Have you always had that in reserve?
Yeah, just in case.
Until today.
My Halloween pickup lines have never been used, so they're ready for you now, baby.
I don't know how to do a lady orc voice. I'm not sure about that one. I might keep Keth's normal voice.
I rolled a 4 because everybody else was rolling.
You do not like the look of her.
I'm undead, so I guess it doesn't really matter to me.
Yeah. You're undead, so it's okay.
You're dead to me, Keth. You're dead to me.
Ah,
You're alive to me.
Brain.
The confusing thing is that your appearance. The confusing thing is that your sudden appearance, and indeed your appearance, doesn't seem to have drawn any real comment at all with the people of this tavern.
Well, I worked very hard for this beach body.
Can I get up and wander outside?
Still going to work on that orc voice.
Can you what, sorry?
Get up, wander outside, and just sort of maybe look up at the sign that's probably outside that will give us the name of this tavern.
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah.
Oh, splitting the party.
So
I just want to poke my zombie head round the corner outside.
You pop your head outside and you see the sign above the door, and it doesn't say Nancy's.
What does it say?
Not Nancy's.
Necromancy.
It says. It says the Count's Head.
Necronancies.
The Count's Head.
Nice. The Count's Head.
The Count's
the name
Head.
of the name of the tavern. Yeah.
1 done. Count at the head.
But we've got 4 here.
Oh yeah, I'm not very good at counting.
I'd like to just check my pockets just to make sure I've still got everything I was carrying with me.
Weirdly, you do, even though you don't seem to have any of the carrying sort of equipment that you would have. When you reach for your pistol, there it is in your hand.
Oh my god, we've entered into a video game.
That is weird.
And when you go to holster your pistol, it vanishes.
I know magic, lads.
All right, keep up. Welcome to the party, pal.
There is no room in this dress for any of my weapons. I just imagine a lighter version of that voice.
Should we get a drink and head over to this chap? Because he seems pretty
I'm
interesting.
going to go and speak to him.
We can't turn away from someone who needs help.
So you go and grab yourselves a drink from the barman.
So the 2 people dressed as children go to grab a drink from the bar.
I'm going to drink my drink, and then it's going to fall straight through me. Because I'm dead.
Yes, it does in fact do that. As you tip your, what drinks are we having? What's the order? What's the bar order?
I will have a beer.
I think you mean margarine beer.
Oh yeah, sorry, a margarine beer.
Oh,
and I can't believe it's not butterbeer.
Yes, I can't believe it. That is it. Right, cut all the other ones out. Use that one. Take 3.
That's why he's the dungeon master.
I'm going to have an Eye of Newt martini. Dirty.
Okay, yep, extra dirty. Okay, fine.
This little girl looks
two eyes in
dirty
it.
martini for a dirty girl, I bet.
I'm hoping.
Why is this small child flirting with this witch?
It's a small child with the mind of Derek.
Kind of creeping me out, you little girl.
Part of the creepy tone.
Also, can you get me like a Coca-Cola, please, or a Boca-Bola, or whatever we have to call them?
I think it's generic brand cola.
Just a cola is fine. It's it's Rocket Cola.
Okay, here you go, little girl.
Super weird.
Super weird. I'm going to go and speak to drunk Gandalf in the corner.
What's Malrus drinking?
Just a beer. It doesn't really matter, does it? I suppose for me.
No,
it's going to fall straight through me.
It looks like he's pissed all over the floor.
It just sort of leaks out of you like a sieve.
Just this slightly yellow liquid underneath Malrus now.
Yes. It leaves a little trail of foaming
Malrus.
yellow liquid. Okay, and you wander over to this chap who's at his table.
They'll think we did this. Quick, let's go chat to this chap.
I think you need to put a sign down there, mister.
Okay, so as you sit down at the table, he sort of raises his head off of the table with a sort of sticky sound. You know the sound. You know the sound of student union floors.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sound.
Too well.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Or the toilets in Wetherspoons. And they're the same thing.
Yeah, the same thing. Do you know they're installed like
they pay extra for it, don't they? Yeah.
Do you know, I believe it.
They're covered in flypaper.
Covered in flypaper.
And the guy raises his head and sort of murmurs, "This is, hello, who are you? Who are you? What is this? Hello?
Hello? Sir? I'm just going to get right up close in his face so that when he opens his eyes, me dressed as a little girl is all he can see. Well, actually, it's just a little girl now, isn't it?
That's scary, my friend. What is happening?
You've passed out and looked quite interesting, and I thought these people were concerned about you.
I point to the adults.
I have no beer. Do you have beer?
No,
I'll just hand him the rest of my beer.
Thank you.
Careful, it'll make you piss yourself and go right through you.
And he sits back and next to the beer, and he sort of stays sat back with the pint glass sort of overhead, and then he sort of rocks forward and slams it back on the table and says, "Thank you. I am Van Helsing. What is your name, little boy, girl? What? You two?
We don't really know either. We just know that he's terrifying.
Oh yeah, we've just arrived. We've just arrived in town.
My name's Barry, but my friends call me Jeff. Good to meet you, Van Helsing. Are you all right? You seem quite drunk.
Yes, the is problem, but I have nothing left. My whole purpose for being was taken from me. I have to hunt the vampire. The vampire is no longer a threat. The witch, she neutered him. Now I have nothing. The world is stuck.
Did you neuter a man?
We've only been here 5 minutes, Keth. What are you doing?
Well,
not that witch. The wicked witch.
I'm pretty wicked.
I bloody knew it.
I mean, look at my hat.
I said at the bar.
That little girl thinks I'm wicked for some reason.
She lives in the house, big stone house, tall tower, castle, that one. She lived there. It used to be vampire, but he is in village now.
Oh.
He has no fangs.
Oh.
So this story has stopped.
Why didn't you just go and hunt down the witch?
I am not a witch hunter. You see me do magic?
What are you then? Are you a monster hunter?
I hunt monster. My whole purpose was hunt monster.
Are there not other monsters you can fight? In other towns? Away from us?
How far can you go? Today is today and tomorrow is also today. And yesterday is today. Today after tomorrow, today. There is no day. Is just day.
So today is today, but tomorrow is today.
How long have you
yesterday
been
is
like
today.
this?
So everything's today. It's live in the present, lads, I think, is the message we're getting here.
Is today for what is time?
If we take care of this witch, will that take care of time?
If vampire is back in castle, then story can continue. But till then, we are stuck. Story has no narrative. I am vampire hunter with no vampire to hunt.
What do you know about this witch?
She is in castle. She has fangs.
Fangs?
And magic.
Oh.
And I am not hunting.
So if we hunt the witch, you get your narrative back. The vampire's back in the
Story
castle.
can continue.
Story continues.
And if anybody's overhearing this
we have
conversation,
happy endings.
it's not going to go nowhere.
The creepy little girl won't hassle me anymore.
Will you help me?
It sounds like he's desperate for the story to continue and that we should potentially assist in helping this story continue.
I'd love to help you continue your story, mister. As a little
Which
girl,
way is
I
the
love
castle?
stories.
Van.
This small girl is very scary. I am not liking.
I just put a pistol out of nowhere and then disappear it.
She never blinks, it's terrifying.
So, what's this witch's name that you're hunting?
I do not know. She is just witch. Wicked
Do you
witch.
know how to get into the castle?
Wicked witch. Which way
Through
is the
gate,
wicked witch?
obvious. Gate is open. No mad person go into castle with witch. She is strong enough to throw out vampire. Who going to fight that?
Well, it's a good job we're mad.
I am coming to understand.
Lads, shall we head to the castle?
I think we should head to the village and speak to the vampire.
You wanting to talk to Dracula? He is in little cottage. It has flowers. Ha!
Oh, that's nice.
And picket fence is...
I thought you lived in
Yes.
Whitby, but never mind.
You take left out of bar and take third right. And it is on our left-hand side.
Left, third, right, left-hand side. Champion.
Do you want to come
Yes.
with us?
You will see it. It is the cottage with the flowers. I hate him.
Okay. But if we found some way to, help you help yourself, would you then be interested in coming with us to help fight this witch?
I will have beer and think on it.
Do I have any money on me?
I don't know. Did you have any money on you before?
I did have a lot of money on me before, but I'm not sure. I think I may have left it in the cabin, so probably not now.
It's like
and you don't have any
contactless.
money on you.
So you want me to pay?
It's a contactless bar. You just walk up and beer appears.
You've got
and
your
then you get the
savings
bill
account now.
At the end of the month.
I'm not touching it for beer money, Derek.
Well, I don't have anything on me.
He can get his own beer. We're getting his Dracula.
Okay, fine.
Sean of the Malrus, go and get the guy another beer, will you?
Should we,
Yes.
bottoms up, lads? Bottoms up? Let's do this. Let's help this story continue, yeah?
Let's go and find Dracul.
Goodbye, friend.
Glug, glug, glug,
Small
glug, glug,
girls.
glug, glug, glug.
And whatever that is.
Did you say you were leaving him some money for some drinks or a drink, or did we just walk away from the man?
Yeah.
I'm gone. I'm out the door.
Yep, I'm gone.
He's walking.
Fine, I'm going after him. I'm a little girl. I can't.
We've got what we
beer.
need. Let's leave him to his drunken sorrows and then
Okay.
go and find Dracula's house. His picket
And as
fenced
you're-
cottage.
You're walking through this very sort of Transylvanian-looking medieval town with fretwork everywhere. It's fretwork abound. And there is many, many sorrowful-looking people about. And you take the side streets, that you follow the directions, and halfway down this street on the left-hand side, the traditional Transylvanian architecture seems to stop very abruptly, and a pretty thatched British cottage is there with many flowers and a little picket fence.
Well, I wasn't expecting it to be quite literally a little cottage in the middle of this hell, but here we are, I guess.
Is it made of candy?
Derek's secretly admiring the cottage because it's something that he's wanted for a very long time. But then a sudden thought passes his mind and he thinks, well, if we just kill Dracula, then I can have it.
There he is.
Okay.
You scared us for a moment there, Derek, mate. That you were going all soft on us, but then you brought him back with the murder at the end. It's fine. It's all good.
Okay, you're gonna go. Are you gonna try and go to the cottage?
Yeah, I go up and knock on the door.
Yes.
Sweet little girl.
Okay, you knock on the door, and
Should we hang back, lads? And let just Derek knock on the door on his own, as it's just a little girl.
Is it just Derek going in?
I think we should hide in the bushes just by the front doorway. See what happens.
Trick or treat?
Right.
Trick or treaters!
Okay.
Trick or treat!
We could go trick or treating. We all go as like a family.
Okay, you're gonna knock on the door then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trick or treat!
We'll be like the...
Trick or treat.
Okay, as you knock on the door, there is the sound of a bell tolls, and then a wolf howls at the moon.
Wow.
And then the door just swings slowly open with an ominous creaking sound.
Seems like an odd doorbell.
Yeah, quite classy.
And there's no one there.
Well, there's no one here. I guess I can have this after all.
Derek steps inside.
Okay, as you step inside, the door slams behind you. And you hear, welcome to my house. I count one, little girl. And as you look around, you see a very cozy looking living room with a chintz sofa and doilies, and in an armchair, knitting a pink jumper, is a vampire. in all black, except for another jumper he's wearing, which is a luminous green and covered in little bat motifs. And he says, Hey, little girl, welcome to my house. It is a pleasure to have you here. Hey.
Has Derek ever seen a vampire or met a vampire before?
I don't know, you tell me.
I think in the city he probably would have seen one or at least been aware of them because it feels like they're quite ingrained into society or at least ingratiated. So I think he's more focused on pretending to be a little girl. So maybe he's like,
Oh, sorry, I just sort of wandered in here. My parents tell me not to do that.
And I go,
oh, that's nice. That knitting's lovely. Is that for you or a friend or...
I am always knitting. 1, 2, 3, drop a stitch. 4, 5 stitches. Hey.
He's some sort of count.
Do you mind if I let my mummy and daddy in? I feel a little bit unsafe in a room alone with a man.
By all means, little girl. Let whoever you want into my house.
Yeah.
We have to be invited in. That's a vampire rule.
I open the door and I go, guys,
He's just
knitting in the corner. I walk through and I go,
are these hardwood floors?
And then I sort of stamp on the floor a little bit. And just start eyeing up.
They are flagstone floors, my darling little girl.
Really bad observation.
Yeah.
These hardwood, they're flagstone.
It is nice of you to notice, though.
How long have you been knitting? Oh, he's not going to know.
I have been knitting for a very long time. Ever since I moved out of the castle, I have come here to knit. It has been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He counts for quite a while now.
Yes,
Derek's got time to sort of think.
Yes, Count.
Open plan? Do I knock that wall through?
Can we call you Count?
That is my name. I am Count Dracula. I
am, Kether, I guess.
Kesha.
That is a very nice name.
I'm all natural, you know.
What brings you to my humble abode?
I hear your cross-stitch is excellent.
You have heard of my cross-stitching. There's a fine example on the wall just over there.
Do you do a size 22? I have a large chest.
If you leave it with me, I can have it done for you in 1 week.
Can I examine the thing on the wall just in case it depicts anything, or if it tells a story, or if it's just a generically nice piece?
It's just a cross stitch of his castle.
Ah.
So, why did you move out of such a clearly lovely...
Downsizing, were we?
Yeah.
Oh, you really are new to town, aren't you? You have not heard of the witch? She is a wicked witch.
Me?
She came into my castle and stole all of my fangs. You notice I am a defanged vampire. I cannot bite, so I move out. I have no weapons. It took all my powers. Instead, I am just here.
How many fangs did she take from you?
1, 2, 3, 4 fangs.
Oh, Derek.
It was a trap.
You knew what you were doing.
It'll just give you a good gumming from now on.
You can give me a good gumming anytime, love.
We're circling around the edge of very poor jokes. All sorts of horrible jokes can ensue from this. I'm not going to go down it. I'm not going to do it.
So as he counts the amount of teeth, Derek goes,
So, she just came in and took them out your mouth and you just let her have them?
I was caught unawares. She's a very powerful witch. She stole them right from my mouth as I was there.
What, so you were like...
She used a spell.
Oh. Why didn't she just kill you?
A spell?
Do you think she has any weaknesses?
What is a spell?
Like we threw a cup of water over her, she might melt, or if there's any other weaknesses...
Shoot her in the head, that kind of thing?
I have to be honest with you, she did not divulge to me any weaknesses.
That's fair, it's a foolish move. It's understandable.
Clever one, this.
I'll be honest too, I have not tried to throw water over a witch. She stole my fangs and cast me aside from the castle. It was a dramatic movement. Since then, the day has never ended. We have been here evermore as the story itself has been on pause.
Count, have you heard of somebody called Van Helsing?
Of course I have. He's the most famous vampire hunter in the world. You have to always beware of the vampire hunter. But since I am no longer technically a vampire, he is not to hunt me. So I am safe here.
Did you fight before the witch came? Or did you not meet him?
No, we did not fight. He came to town and the witch came first.
Oh.
She stole the castle from under me.
Did you find out her
very
name while she was
upsetting.
taking your teeth out?
I did not stop to ask her. She stole my teeth and cast me out.
Oh, she probably couldn't understand you because you had some hands in your mouth.
How chatty are you at the dentist?
Yes.
We can help you have your teeth back, your fangs. How do we get into the castle? And I don't mean by the front door.
You just go in through the front door. It's open.
Bloody open. Is she not house proud?
Is there a
The
tradesman's
front door is
entrance?
open. Just go inside. Castles do not typically have back doors.
Oh, that's not our experience, but fair enough.
It's true.
Do you have a moat installed when you moved in?
Yes, there is a moat.
Is the drawbridge down?
It certainly is. Only a mad person would go in there now, not even I.
Well, you haven't met us
Can you
yet.
get in underneath the moat? Can you come up inside the castle from... Like, is there another entrance anywhere?
Look, just go in the fucking front door, for
Would you
fuck's
like
sake.
to come with us?
You're a very grumpy, toothless vampire.
I have much knitting to get on with. If you're not going to get a knitted item, then I have no time for
Which
this.
way is the castle then, you grumpy
You
little
grumpy
count?
bastard.
Well, it's very easy. You have to go outside of my house, and then you look around and you see the castle on the hill, and then you go there.
There's no way it could be that simple,
Before we
lads.
go, you know anything about the witch that might help us?
I still don't know from the last time you asked me 2 minutes ago.
I thought you might be happier now. You might have remembered something more
One
useful.
sassy count.
He is a sassy little count. And I'll pinch his cheek.
Ow.
While we're here, should ask just before we leave, your
Gentlemen,
wardrobes, are they
to the
fitted
castle.
or...
Oh, God.
Freestanding wardrobes, I'm afraid.
Excellent. Well, much more versatility should somebody come in and take ownership from you. As Derek's been dragged towards the door.
Let's go, mate. We've got to get out of here.
Have you had it rewired recently?
When was the last time you had your double glazing done?
Where's your gas safety certificate?
Okay, so you all leave Dracula's
I've just got
cottage.
Derek
and-
under one arm.
You are strong.
Yeah, so there's a witch walking down the road with a small girl under one arm.
I'm in character.
Can I throw an egg at his house as we leave? Because he didn't give us any treats.
Have you got an egg?
Fair point.
Prestidigitation or
Can I potentially just then use thaumaturgy, because I've now got that as a cantrip with my newfound powers, to just fake like I've thrown an egg at him, just to make myself feel better?
Yes, of course you can. Go for it.
Grumpy Count didn't even give us any treats. Let's go and get this witch.
You pretend to
Got to
throw
be
an
really
egg.
careful when we say count.
Just from inside you go, very amusing.
I laugh once. Twice.
Okay, so
Your round
you're,
glasses look stupid.
you're clearly a fake knockoff from some more successful franchise, you lunatic. And you're walking down the street and you see the castle looming over the town, and you all head up the path which is signposted quite clearly that says the Count's Castle. Say that quickly. And as you walk up and you get to the drawbridge and you stand in front of this looming castle, and a bolt of lightning cracks across the sky.
It's okay. It's just the weather in Whitby. I mean, wherever we are.
Sorry.
Welcome back, Malrus. Stop trying to eat my arm, Malrus.
So, are you going in or what? What's happening?
Come on, guys. We need to find she who apparently has no name.
I think Derek should check for traps because he's really good at it.
If you insist. Put me down then, Keth. Come on.
He carries you the whole way here.
There you go.
Let's have a look at it. Come on.
Oddly muscular witch.
Yeah, I'd like to roll an investigation check to check for traps.
Okay. You're checking the drawbridge for traps.
Just as we cross the drawbridge, I'd just like to keep an eye out on the like the portcullis, or if there are any traps on the wall. Any magical glowing things is sort of what I'm keeping an eye out for.
Okay.
Having said that detailed description, I rolled a 6, so it goes up to... Yeah, so I rolled like a 9.
All this amazing stuff to find.
So do I see any of that?
You see there's a hallway.
It looks like the sort of place there might be traps, but you can't see any traps.
I'd like to go...
Trick or treat, it's just me, an innocent little girl.
And your voice echoes through this vast space in front of you. And all you hear in response is the howl of a wolf.
They've got a dog.
You know what? We've dissed Derek's perception and his investigation before, but honestly, I think it's top notch at times.
Let's go.
Start walking in. Actually, sort of skipping.
You're skipping
in because he's a little girl now. Why not go for it?
Okay.
I
guess we're going to walk across the drawbridge.
So, you all going inside?
I'm letting Derek go first.
Derek is going first.
Okay. As you cross the drawbridge, there is a big double door in front of you. It's vast, wooden...
It's time to put out that trick or treat.
Studded door, huge thing, probably, 15 feet tall, massive thing. Double doors.
Is it locked? Can I check if it's locked?
Why don't you try and find out?
I'm going to... Is there any door knockers that I can reach, bearing in mind that I'm short?
There is a big iron door knocker.
And I jump up and, I don't quite reach it on the first time, but then I finally,
Like a child, I want to ring the door, Daddy. I want to ring the door.
So I'll just hold you up. So you... Keth will just pick him up and go, there you go. just knock him on the door.
Bang, as his head gets smashed against the wood.
As you knock, there is another bolt of lightning and a crack of thunder.
I know you're in there somewhere, Derek.
And then the door swings ominously open with an ominous creaking sound.
There's a lot of weird doorbells around here, lads.
Ooh.
Malrus?
Yes.
You can't make us, invisible or anything, can you?
No, but I could probably disguise somebody as something.
I mean, you're already disguised. A disguise ahead of a disguise.
I love it.
We could disguise.
Just make us look like our normal selves, but we're in disguise.
They'll never see it coming.
No, they'll never find us.
Or I can use pass without a trace again.
You could, but you'd still need to be hidden of some kind to actually be in stealth. You'd have to...
Oh God, your ear's fallen off, Malrus. Here you go. Sorry.
Well, I'm going to bang on some mage armor if that's okay, please.
Yeah.
Now,
mage
just
armor.
in case anyone hasn't had that experience yet, mage armor. It's a nice little thing where I can touch a willing creature, i.e. myself, as I'm not wearing any armor.
He touches himself in the door.
I'm going to stand there and touch myself in the doorway to give myself more protection, to make myself harder. No. Dangerous territories.
Oh God! Oh no!
The AC becomes 13 plus the dexterity modifier, and with an AC of 11, being a little baby, I need that. So yeah, I'm going to now have my AC to 14.
Okay. How long does that last for?
That lasts actually a surprising amount of time, 8 hours.
Okay. Yeah. It's going to stick around.
I have a quick question, James. My quick question was, I normally have disadvantage because Keth wears chainmail.
Mm-hmm.
But now he's not wearing it because of his disguise. Does that...
All your stats are the same as they were, so...
Right, cool. That's fine.
He's got the chainmail on underneath the dress.
Chainmail pants. That's fine.
A chainmail brassiere.
Chainmail brassiere. There we go. Amazonian brassiere. That's where Snakespeare's going to live. He's going to be in there somewhere.
Does he have a costume?
Snake spirit. Yeah, he's disguised as a lizard.
You've stuck some fake feet on him.
He's a jester. He's got a little jester hat. Yeah. He's a millipede. There we go.
There's loads of tiny legs.
Loads of tiny legs. Yeah, he's going to be a millipede. There we are.
Amazing.
Off the cuff.
Love it. Good. Okay. So you're all going inside, yeah? Good. And
yes.
as you all step inside, the door slams behind you.
Ooh.
And you find yourself in a very strange-looking room. It's not the sort of room you expected to find just inside a castle. In fact, it looks more like the inside of a pyramid. In the centre of the room is an ornate sarcophagus, and across the far wall there are jars and pots and various things. There is Egyptian-looking decorations all around the place. And as you stand there, the lid of the sarcophagus begins to move, and out rises a mummy, arms first, lurching. And he stands in front of you, and you all roll initiative.
Malrus.
Dun 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 dun
Malrus,
dun.
no. Malrus, no.
Sorry,
He's not your mummy.
I was doing a Shaun of the Dead there. I was blending in.
I like it. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking to him.
Tempted to communicate with your death cloak.
Roll initiative, please.
Oh, sorry, I missed that bit.
Yeah, I did say so.
Yes.
15 for Keth.
20, not natural.
16.
12, not very good.
So up first is Jeff.
I don't think you've ever said that.
Okay, so, Mummy, let's take it down. So, I've been doing a little bit of practice with Starflower recently, lads. So I'm going to firebolt him. 120 feet, so I assume I can attack.
Yeah, roll to hit.
No, never mind. 4.
No, that misses. That does miss.
A spectacular return to form.
Hey, I've got new things I can do. Nah, I can't. Never mind.
I've been practicing.
I'm going to move behind Keth.
Okay, good shout. Up next is Keth.
How far away are we from the mummy?
Only, I don't know, like 15 feet?
15 feet. Okay. Now as my level 5, I get 2 attacks per go.
Okay.
I'm going to leave Bill in reserve. I am going to fire my new blunderbuss.
Nice.
That's going to appear magically. I've named Belinda.
Yep.
Belinda bus.
Yes! Fine, yeah, I was hoping you'd get that. Right, so that is 24. Because I get a huge
24?
modifier with that stuff now.
Yeah, 24 hits.
Let's do them both again. So the first one was 24. This next one, not so great. It's a 9. So only 1 hits, I guess.
Yeah, no, only the first one hits. So roll your damage.
Roll my damage. That's a D12. That's looking pretty good. That is 5 plus 2, so that is 7. I'm not close enough for a scatter damage, which I would have got. But so 7 damage.
Can you roll your scatter damage anyway, please?
I can. What do we do for scatter damage? A D6. A 2.
A 2. With that, one of the pots on the shelf also shatters because some of your blunderbuss pellets have flown past and shattered one of the pots on the shelf.
In that big cone-shaped spray a blunderbuss would give.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
Up next is the mummy itself, unless you're doing anything else.
No, I've got Jeff behind me, so I'll stay where I am. I'm big and burly. Amazonian.
Okay, cool.
So I don't want to expose
Fine.
Jeff.
Okay. So the mummy now lunges forward and attacks Keth, who just shot him, with a rotting fist and rolls a 15.
No.
Nope.
Close, but no cigar. 16.
Have it.
Shoo, mummy.
It pings off the brazier and then fires off into the wall.
And he's so offended by the fact he misses you, he also stares at you with an angry mummy glare. And please roll a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw. Okay. Ooh. That is a 13 plus a 1. 14. Quick maths.
You just laugh in his face.
Exactly.
Okay, next up is Malrus.
Keth, you are a human suit of armour. It's beautiful.
Me. I am going to use Sacred Flame.
Do that.
So I'm going to roll, and that's a 16. Does that hit?
Yeah, it hits.
Whee! And let's roll damage. 10.
10? Cool, awesome. You do 10 damage. But I think, because he's undead, I think you actually do more damage. I think you do double damage. So you do 20 damage to him.
Big hit.
Oh
He's
my
looking
goodness me.
pretty bad off.
That's got to be bloodied.
He's not looking
Toilet
great.
paper
Wait, can mummies
everywhere.
get bloodied?
I have burned all of the toilet paper.
Yeah, you blast him with this
Damn
magical
hoarders.
fire, and his mummy wrappings are slightly magically singed. And up next is Derek.
But it smells horrible in this room now.
For the killing blow.
So, how big is this room that we're in?
What did I say? It was like 30 feet or something?
30 feet.
So I'm at the back, right? So between me and the mummy is everybody else.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Who has the mummy just attacked? Is it like within melee range of anybody?
Yeah, he was just attacking Keth.
Keth?
That's Kether.
Keth, this sounds really creepy, and I've set a weird tone, but I just need you to go along with something and say that you're willing to do it. But I can't tell you what it is, but it'll help.
I've heard that before.
Do you trust me?
I trust him, Keth.
Well, obviously not. But okay, I will.
Okay. I'd like to focus on how lost I feel at the moment as Derek. Still not really knowing who he is at his core, and also pretending to be a little girl, and focus on everybody who I have around me, and focus on Keth, and think to myself, I wish if only we could be in each other's shoes. And I'd like to switch with where Keth is on the battlefield.
What?
And you do exactly that, and in that instant, Keth, you're now stood at the back of the group, and Derek is
Yet when
stood
I
right
look
at the
up,
front.
I fall over. What?
It's to do with the staff. I'll explain later. It's to do with the staff. Now, calm down, Jeff. Calm down.
He was my body armour. What the hell?
I heard that.
You're now stood behind a dwarf. Or a little girl.
I'm not stood behind him, really. I've stood over him, like looking like,
You're stood behind a little girl.
Oh, so this is the view that you guys normally have from the back.
As I spawn into sort of melee range with the mummy, I'd like to make 2 attacks with my hand axes. Chop, chop.
Okay, do it.
Chop 1 is a 4, so 7 totals, probably not going to hit. So 21 total.
No.
And chop 2 is a 19, so 21 total.
Yeah, that hits.
So that's 1d6 damage.
The mummy sways to the side of the first one, and you swing round with your other hand and catch it with the axe and the reverse.
So it's only 4 points of damage, but because of my thing that I have as a swashbuckler, I'm going to move away from it because it can't make opportunity attacks against me.
the fuck?
Okay.
Wicked. So I'm going to back up away from it, so that out of melee range. So we've sort of got it sort of sandwiched between us, and I'm going to try and get to the edge of the room as far away from it as I can go.
So you're stood right next to the pots, then. The jars.
Seemingly so. Yes.
Yep. Cool. Okay. And Jeff, it's your go again.
Right. Okay.
Break the jars.
Okay, so am I now within... Because there was a person between us. Am I within melee range? Melee range? Melee range is coming back.
Who's Millie?
Yeah, you could be in melee range if you want, yeah.
But if I try to run, will they get attacks of opportunity?
Yeah, because you were definitely stood within 5 feet of him.
Oh, yeah.
The only reason I didn't get one is because of an ability that I have.
Well, then I really hope that this one that Starflower's has been trying to teach me is going to work, because could go real wrong real quickly. Then I'm going to try and make myself invisible. and move out of the way, because surely then the attack of opportunity won't happen.
Yeah, okay, try it. Go on.
Oh, Sam, I can just do it. I am now invisible, and I move out the way. So I'm going to move behind Keth again.
Okay.
Isn't he brave?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen.
So what happened? Just a picture of what happens here. Derek has magically switched places with Keth, attacks this mummy with 2 axe blows, run round him to the back of the room, and immediately Jeff has gone, oh shit, and vanished.
Do you expect anything else?
I'm out, boys. Okay, that makes it Keth's go then.
Okay. As Keth is well within melee range, it's time for battle axing.
I always knew she was a battle axe.
Two-handed, one-handed?
I'm going to go two-handed.
Okay.
Because I get to use my D10 rather than my D8. Rolling to hit.
Go ahead.
15.
Yeah, that hits.
Lovely. Selecting the 8. Stand by.
If you're doing it two-handed, you roll the bigger number, not the smaller one.
Oh, sorry. I'm new.
That's the advantage of doing two-handed. You can do more damage.
Yeah. My bad. Rolling the 10. Okay. 8. Because I rolled a 6 and I get a +2 modifier on top of that because I'm proficient at weapons like that. So I got an 8 all in.
Yep, cool. That it hits that. Your great axe chops off a whole arm off this mummy.
Shit.
An entire arm?
Yeah, it takes a whole arm off this mummy.
I did the Balon on him.
Wow.
I do like removing an arm or two.
Only this time it worked.
Don't give it back to him this time.
Yeah, I'm not just going to put it back on.
Yeah, don't give it back, whatever he says.
And the mummy goes...
right, so that's one attack. I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to go for the... which arm did I lop off, Dungeon Master?
Oh, you took his left arm off.
I'm going to go for his right leg.
Okay.
Are you playing Twister with this guy?
Really throw him off.
Just to really throw him off. So it'll be like the Black Knight.
Yes, just there with a spinner, like...
Right, here we go.
Right leg.
Oh! It was... so it's a dirty 24.
Oh, yeah, that hits. That hits.
Mm-hmm. And then let's roll the 10 again. 3 + 2, quick maths is 5.
Whoa.
5. Yeah, this... You take the other arm off. You take the leg off this mummy. So he's now diagonal.
Yes.
And he's a hopping mummy with a right arm and a left leg. And he's going... just trying to stay up. Is that your turn?
Then I am going to... I'm going to move back out of melee range. I'm going to move back.
If you do that, you'll invoke an attack of opportunity if you do that.
I shall, won't I? There's not much else I can do. I'm just going to stand there. I mean,
okay, cool. That's fine.
He's harmless.
This mummy is looking real bad off, by the way. And it's his go.
He's looking ridiculous, frankly.
It's his go, and he glares at you again. So roll, Keth. So roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
Rolling wisdom saving throw. Oh, that's fine. That's a 19. A dirty 19.
You sneer at him again. And then he tries to swing at you and rolls a... Good God. Rolls a 23.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So he swings his remaining rotting fist at you. And roll... Oh, good. 6, 10... 15, and does 15 bludgeoning damage.
Oh my goodness.
Now you see why I moved out the way.
Yeah, why do you think I'm standing over here?
Can you roll a constitution saving throw, please?
Rolling a constitution saving throw. Oh, again. Rolling really well. That is another... No, it's an 18. A dirty 18.
Yeah, you're fine.
I was getting punched, but I lost down to 27 then. That was a big old...
Malrus, you're up.
I just trying to decide what I want to do. I might Sacred Flame it again because it went so well last time.
Go for it.
Does that affect an area or a single target?
Oh dear. I rolled a 1.
Oh dear.
Malrus dies so hard he lives.
But wait, don't I get to roll again? Because don't I have
he's
a
got
thing?
advantage because of his coat.
No, it's not that. It's you do get to re-roll. You get to re-roll fails, don't you? Critical fails. Yeah, do it. Re-roll it.
Ooh, you lucky bugger.
Let's redo that again and see how much worse that can
Why
be.
does he get to re-roll it?
It's like a halfling thing that they get.
I wish I was that lucky.
7.
No, that doesn't hit, I'm afraid. So you blast a bit of sacred flame and it misses him.
Damn.
A sacred warming happens.
A little sacred moment.
Okay, Derek.
Oh, I'm up.
You're up. Finish this bad boy off.
He looks fucked up, right?
He's real fucked up.
Go for the head this time, not a limb.
He's still pretty handy.
I'm going to move back towards him and make 2 more hand attacks with my axe.
Pull his arms and let... Oh, wait.
An 8. And that is a 20, but not nat.
The 20 hits.
Oh, wicked. That'll be 5 points of damage total, so not great.
5 points of damage takes him to -2 hit points, and his head comes clean off.
As I chop his head off, I'd like to grab as it falls to the floor. I'd like to grab his head and unravel him like when you drop a roll of toilet paper, and go, "That's a rat."
Okay. Okay, you do that, and you see this mangled, mummified head just hit the floor, and you're now holding some bandages. And you solved my mummy puzzle.
What, by killing it?
Yes. And smashing at least one of the jars.
We have a habit of doing this, an elaborately fashioned puzzle, and we'll just bludgeon our way through it.
Okay, and as the mummy's newly severed body hits the floor, a portion of the wall opens up on the far side of the room, and you all go through and you head into the next room. And in that room, you find a dining room, just a castle dining room, and 2 doors at the far end. And as you enter this room, the wall behind you closes up, and you're now just in this dining room with 2 doors at the far end of the room, in either corner, basically. And through each of those doors come shuffling 2 very strange-looking people, but they look very much the same. They look like they've got surgical scars around them, and they look like their legs are slightly different lengths. And he shuffles into the room, and they both say in unison, they say, "Good evening, sir."
Are you an Igor?
How did you know?
It's the stitching. Yours is lovely. Yours on the left, not so much. You might want to have a bit of a steadier hand there. But yes, very fine. How old?
They can always tell.
How did you get into thread work?
It's nice, isn't it? You've just got to admire quality.
He's a little girl. That's what they're all about.
And the eagles say to you,
The mistress is expecting you, but she likes to have a little game. Behind us are 2 doors. One will lead you to the witch, the other to a ditch. You may ask us any question, and we will answer. One of us will tell you the truth, the other will not.
How many questions do we get? Does that count as one? No, it shouldn't.
He mumbled to himself.
As many questions as you like.
I just wanted to say, start off, sorry about your mummy. We sort of broke it.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, okay then. Never mind. Do you think I'm cool, both of you?
They both say yes.
Well, I wasn't expecting that. Sorry, I didn't mean to insult your stitches. Any ideas, Malrus? Wizard man? Magic man?
I mean,
you're a zombie.
Generally,
If only there was a spell
good at
for
violence.
What colour are the walls? Or what colour is the chair in front of us?
Which one are you asking?
No, I'm asking the DM. Like, what colour are the chair and the walls in front of us?
Oh, what colour is the chair? It's a wooden chair.
What's that chair made of? What is that chair made of? And I'm going to ask the one on the right first.
The one on the right, he says. The one on the right says. He says it's made of formica.
And the one on the left says.
Oak.
Shit. Okay. One of the things I bought from the Argus catalogue, and I'm hoping it's still part of my costume, I'm going to pull one of the daggers out of that gauntlet and whittle off part of the chair.
Yep.
To see.
Okay.
I should probably make some sort of investigation check or perception check to, be able to tell, right?
Yeah, go on. What did you roll?
That's a nat 20.
Oh. Oh
my goodness! Chip, you can verify.
Yeah, you can tell that this chair is made of a 300-year-old oak that was felled in the northern region of Transylvania and was carved into a chair 100 years ago. In fact. The carver's name was Andrew. He'd been a master furniture maker for...
That's nice.
Something
his dad always did that he always wanted to do.
It's his dream to carve a chair for a castle.
That is much fancier than anything I've ever stolen before, so apologies for the damage. I'll leave it there.
And then I point to the one that told me it was Formica, which I believe is the first one on the right.
Yep.
And I go...
He's lying. He's a liar. Little liar boy. That's what he is.
Can I whip out my compass?
If you want, yeah.
So I think the DM needs to roll a d20, and I'm going to ask the Eagle people, which door do I need to go through to get to the witch?
They both fall over.
Fuck's sake. Well, that worked that time.
Yeah, sorry, I rolled a 1.
Really?
I'm going to go through the door of the door of the other guy that told me it was oak, and I'm going to go through that one.
You're just going to go through the door for the guy that tells truth. You're not even going to ask him which door he should go through.
Oh, he always tells the truth. Yeah, and you ask him which door you should go through.
Yeah.
Which door leads to the witch, maybe?
Excuse me, lads. Which door would the other say leads to the witch?
Okay, and they both point to the door behind the Igor on the right.
Let's go to the other one. Because if we've asked that question, the liar is going to say the one behind me, and the truth is going to say the one. So whichever one they point to, we've got to go through the other one because the liar is always going to say the one behind me. But now we know which is it. So let's go through the one that they're not pointing
Let's go through the left.
Okay, you go through that door and you find yourself in another chamber.
Full of lava.
A dark...
and tigers.
Candlelit... and the floor is lava! A dark candlelit chamber with what you assume is high windows, but they're covered in dark velvet drapes. And there is a sort of throne at the far end of the room, and sat on this throne is an emaciated figure in dark robes with a wide-brimmed, pointed hat, clutching a broom.
That's got to be a witch. It's got to be a witch. If I've ever heard a description of a witch in darkness, that's one, surely.
And she says...
It's a scarecrow.
It's Keth. Keth just skipped ahead.
We don't all look the same, you know.
Welcome to my castle. Now.
I thought I'd marched us all through a door then, just to our doom, and that was it. Game. Done.
Now you will die.
Oh, spoke too soon there, Jeff.
My bad.
Roll initiative.
Roll initiative. Back to normal, 5.
Rolling initiative.
18.
12.
13.
Up first is Malrus.
I don't know what to do. Right, I'm just going to shoot her. Fuck it, I'll shoot her.
Okay. Roll to hit.
16.
Yeah, that hits.
And damage is 9.
Okay, 9 damage.
Nice.
In fact, you do bugger all damage.
Oh.
The witch simply raises her hand, and Neo-esque, your shot just comes to a halt in front of her and drops to the floor.
Shit.
She's a real-life bullet dodger. Well, bullet stopper. She is Neo.
Is your name Boris?
Yes.
Or Neo?
Boris a bullet dodger.
Should we try reasoning with her?
Are we confident that this is the witch now?
Either way, she's going to be pissed off. We just shot her.
Yeah, she's not going to be happy.
Don't worry, lads. I'll reason with her.
That always works.
It's the witch's go next. She casts a spell, and ahead of her, a dark cloud appears and sweeps towards you across the room. This fog that you find yourselves in is a fast-moving fog. It spreads around corners, and it lasts for up to 20 minutes. And each creature in it, so that all of you, is going to have to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Thank God I upgraded my constitution during the level up.
This fog is like it feels like it's being controlled by wind and things like that and moving around.
It's sort of emanating from the witch and just moving towards you.
17.
So I couldn't potentially use part of Umberlee's blessing to part it with the wind, with my control of wind.
You could when it was your turn.
Sorry.
My constitution save was a 17. 18.
16 altogether.
I've got 19.
You all save, which is good. Which is good, because
that's a lot of rolling.
Yeah, it's a lot of rolling.
Carrying on.
You all take... Oh, hold on, one more. You all take 13 points of poison damage.
Take 13 damage for... Okay.
Oh, that's not good.
Malrus, I'm going to need some healing very quickly.
She laughs and she says, "Ha ha, take that." Derek, you're next.
I can't see through this fog, right?
It's obscured but not impossible.
Okay, so say if I was to shoot through it, I'd be rolling at disadvantage, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Wicked. I'm going to shout out,
Please, why do you assume that we mean you harm? I know that they were a bit hasty, off the gun, but we're just here to ask you some questions. Nobody's even offered me a cup of tea yet. Please, witch, dispel your magic and let's just talk. I'm sorry if witch is a loaded term.
Can I make a persuasion or something like that?
You can try, yeah.
You can try the cruelest words a dungeon master could say.
That is a natural 5, so probably not going to happen. Despite my +7 persuasion.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. And she says, "What? You're going to die now, I assume."
She says to you,
I have no need to talk to you. Die now.
Right then, I'm going to shoot with my arcane pistol, then, despite the disadvantage.
Ooh, here we go.
Right then, I gave you a choice, and that's all that I need to clear my conscience. Definitely not going to have any lasting trauma from this one.
So, my arcane pistol. That's not going to hit. And that one's not going to hit either. Neither of them hit. So for me, last thing is I'm going to move to the edge of the room and try to find something to hide against as a bonus action. So any furniture or anything that I can see.
There's a few suits of armour you can hide behind if you want.
I'll pull one over to the other, if that's possible, and hide behind both.
Okay.
I kind of want to get in one right now.
Up next is Keth.
Oh, right. Okay, so I'm pretty poorly. I've got 14 health points from 42. I took a beating from the mummy and from the witch. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to cast my first spell, which is Hunter's Mark. And so what that means is is that Keth is going to look down into his palm, have a bit of a whisper, and then a little red cloud just in his hand, and then he'll almost like flick it at the witch, and then little red dot will almost appear on her head and then vanish almost as soon as it's gone away. That's the hunter's mark. So what that means now is that I deal an extra 1d6 worth of damage whenever I hit it with a weapon. So that's going to give me a little bit extra on top of all my attacks. And now I'm basically going to do a shoot and scoot because I'm poorly. So I'm going to try and hit Zvitch.
Okay.
With Bertha, and then I'll dodge away.
Okay, take aim then. At disadvantage because you can't see it.
Taking aim. Oh.
Because you're obscured.
Will my dark vision see through it?
I can't see through it.
No, it's not dark, it's just foggy.
It's just super foggy.
Yep.
Nuts. I was thinking about whether to use my Book of Misspell.
You should use that as a reaction. So
cool.
When they do the attack, when they do the attack, you use your reaction to change it at the time. Yeah.
Oh, do I have to? I thought I'd have to wait until it was my go to do it. No, you don't have to do it.
It's a reaction. Okay. You do it as it happens. Okay.
Imagine if he used
cool.
it.
I will still go with
cloud.
With disadvantage. Okay, so roll to hit ×2.
A nog cloud. It's just eggnog falls from the sky.
Hog clown.
That's what I was thinking. Frog cloud or hog cloud.
A log cloud would be quite painful.
Right. Oh. No, I was thinking of different logs. Okay. So the first one I rolled
what do we roll?
was a 16, but a disadvantage, so... Of course I got a natural 20. Oh, it doesn't count, though. 16.
Yeah, no. It doesn't count, but 16 hits.
16 hits. And then I get to do, with Bertha, is 1d8, so selecting the d8, which is you. +2, so that is 9 points of damage. And I also get to roll my d6 from a hunter's mark. And that's a 6.
You do, yep.
So that is 15.
Beautiful.
15, and then I'll run.
Amazing.
Oh dear. I don't like it when he says things like that.
And she holds up her hand, and your shots come to a stop in front of her and drop to the floor.
Just wanted to test it.
Just like they did the first time.
Just wanted to test it. And then I'm going to scoot back my full 30 feet out of the way behind a suit of armour.
Okay. If you scoot back 30 feet, I'm not sure there is 30 feet behind you because you only just came into the
Okay, fair enough. I will scoot behind the nearest suit of armour, wherever the Dungeon Master deems it to be.
Okay, you do that. And up next is Jeff.
Okay, I've got Umberlee's Blessing. So can I, which allows me to control the wind, so can I put like all the fog and everything like to the ceiling?
Sure can, my friend. Sure can.
Excellent. So boom, fog goes to the ceiling. We can now see the witch.
Yep.
And we're not in danger of dying anymore.
Yes, excellent.
Perfect. So we've done that. Now she can see us, which is more of a problem.
Yep.
So
well, she can see you. 2 of them have hidden.
Yeah, some good things.
Swings and roundabouts, though.
Bring it back. Bring it back. Bring it back. She can see us.
Quickly, run.
I've only got 11 health left.
Okay.
So I'm going to have to...
Whatever you do, Jeff, don't go into the corner and have a breakdown.
We've tried We've tried physical weaponry, so let's just try...
Emotional weaponry?
Yeah. You bitch witch! And then I'm going to fire a firebolt at her.
Okay, do that. What would you need to roll?
It just says you hurl a mote of fire at a creature or object within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target on hit. So it's just, I'm guessing, just normal attack.
Yeah, roll
rules.
to hit. Yeah.
12 plus my charisma. Okay, sorry. Spells and shit is new. Spell attack bonus +6. So 12 plus 6, 18.
18 hits. Fantastic.
Excellent. So then I do the 1d10 of fire damage. It's a 2d10 of fire damage, so that's a 2 and a 6, so that's 8.
Fantastic. A bolt of fire erupts from your hands, scorches across the room, and flies at the witch. And as it hits her, it just sort of morphs around her in a sort of protective sphere, and she just sort of shrugs it off, and then she says,
"You'll have to try harder than that, dearie."
And she takes 0 damage.
It's Mary Berry.
Then with my final movement, I'm just going to move back to the doorway, not near any armor.
Okay, cool. Malrus?
I am gonna finish this bitch off.
We haven't started this bitch off. Nothing has hit her yet.
Because I've realised, guys, I've got a spell which might work. So I'm going to create...
There was a joke in that sentence.
I think Malrus attempting to use a spell is the joke.
I'm going to create water and dump it on the witch.
How does this work?
So let me read it to you.
Combining hydrogen and... Oh, sorry. No.
It's one action within a range of 40 foot. I can create up to 10 gallons of clean water. Actually, it says alternatively the water can fall as rain within a 40-foot cube within range.
Don't worry, guys, I've got this. And it just starts raining in the fucking room.
So I'm just going to dump it on the witch.
Amazing. Okay. You dump 10 gallons of water all over this witch.
What a spell.
While she's standing there, she laughs at you all. She says...
Now you see, I will destroy you all, and the world shall be...
And then the water hits her, and she goes...
I made it!
Yes, Malrus! Come on! A spell that worked, Malrus!
And she dissolves into a puddle on the floor, and all that is left is her curly-toed shoes. And,
I'm having them.
And the victory music plays, and you successfully kill the witch. And you see in this little puddle of goo a little locket, which when you open, it contains 4 very sharp vampire teeth.
That was easy, wasn't it?
And the room starts to dissolve and go black, and you all drift into slumber. And you awake, and you're in the Tel Dath at the party, and the strange hooded man, or lizard man perhaps, is there with his scythe, telling you this story of how these 4 adventurers killed the witch and melted her with water they summoned from the sky, and returned Dracula's teeth to the vampire himself, and he returned to the castle victorious.
I bet that went well
and
for the community.
then Van Helsing gave up drinking and became teetotal, and took back up his righteous path of monster slaying, and the villagers went back to their lives of terror and excitement as they are ruled by the vampire classes.
But he now has a beautifully cross-stitched nightgown.
He does, yeah.
To wear in his coffin.
As the storyteller gets to the final line of his story, he shuts the book and he says,
"Good to see you all again."
And vanishes.
I don't like... You know what, guys? I'm not drinking Jaeger again.
I think he put something in my drink.
Happy Halloween, guys.
You wouldn't believe what I thought I was.
I don't know, you and I, Keth. And there's a slight twinkle in Derek's eyes as the memory fades of her.
Oh, God. I'm not a piece of meat, Derek.
Yes, but I am.
Jeff leans round, checks out Keth's ass, and is very disappointed.
Malrus is smashed. Not as Amazonian as I was, I think.
Malrus, I think you might have saved us there, mate.
Malrus is the only one that looks exactly the same.
I love your character work. Love your character work, Malrus. But why is there still a puddle around him? I think he's had too much to drink.
He hasn't even got a drink in his hand.
I'm just going to whip down my
yellow
hood
foaming puddle.
and go, guys,
there you are, Malrus.
and put it back up.
Mate, you've missed out on this whole adventure we've just been on.
Fucking mental.
We'll tell you all about it. Let's go to the bar.
Derek's dream came true and he was a little girl.
We now do a special
Amazing.
episode where our characters run Malrus through the thing he missed.
Oh, there we go, guys. That's your special Halloween edition of Roll Britannia. We'll get back to the main story next time.
Yes.
Oh wow, that was really scary. I mean, that really could have turned hairy. In fact, I'm too spooked to even rhyme this line. See you next time on Roll Britannia. Ooh. Scary.
Social Podcast Network.
Tired of ads crashing your comedy podcast party? Good news. Ad-free listening on Amazon Music is included with your Prime membership. Just head to amazon.com/ad-free comedy to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads. Enjoy thousands of Acast shows ad-free for Prime subscribers. Some shows may have ads.